and I flew over the crevasse and stuck to the wall on the other side. So my back's like on the wall and I'm going in. Nobody has a rope. No one can help me out. They're just kind of look at me and I kind of weaseled my way out of it.
We just got that on camera. You haven't told that story on camera ever.
I told you I was a good interviewer.
No.
Tom, seriously. We've been walking since frickin' Bellingham. Who are we going to talk to?
Mike TEX, Devenport, big mountain snowboarder, TEX games, all that.
Oh yeah, that guy. That guy's legendary.
Yeah, he is.
Do we have a secret word for this stupid shit?
I don't know. Let's just go with spine. I'm freezing my ass off. There's
Let's
a
go.
house right there.
Let's go.
Let's go check it out. I'm sorry.
You're an idiot.
Why didn't we drive? We've been walking since Bellingham, man.
Wait, oh, don't knock on the glass. Sorry. Tom, there's a doorbell. Jesus.
Well, I don't even know if anyone's here.
What in God?
Dude, easy on the glass already.
hey.
Sorry, we've been walking.
I didn't order beer, but I'll take it.
I'm sorry, you maybe help us. We've been walking since Bellingham, and we're supposed to find a guy, Tex, and we're supposed to talk to him about some stuff.
That's me. I'm Tex.
Holy shit.
Tex, Tom.
Tom.
It's been like,
I didn't recognize you.
It's been like
Holy
30
cow.
years. Yeah, this is Dave.
Dave, what up?
Nice to meet you,
Yeah,
man.
well,
Do you think we could
what?
take a shower?
You walked from Bellingham?
Yeah,
Why didn't you call me? I come pick you up.
We didn't
Is
have
there
cell
cell
service.
service in this damn town?
Well, I mean, before the river, there's cell service.
Well-
You always do your stuff before. Anyway, get in
sorry.
here. What are you guys doing?
Okay, we take
Come
a
on.
shower?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
God.
Here, can I help you?
Yeah.
Good.
What the hell? That was a long frickin' walk.
That was tough.
Sit down,
Thanks
Rose.
for saving us, walking up from Bellingham. But, you know, we're here.
Yeah.
And
Who are you?
You tired of walking? I'm Tex. You're Dave.
Dave.
this is episode
That's Tom.
5 of Boots Off.
Already.
Uh-huh. And we're happy to have as a guest the one and only Mike Tex Devenport.
Davenport or Devenport?
Devenport. You don't sleep on the guy.
With the E.
With an E.
Davenport.
Yeah.
Devenport. Yeah, young kid from young buck, as we see right here, from where in Texas?
Grew up in a small town called Bonham, Texas, named after John Bonham, not from Led Zeppelin, but John Bonham from the Alamo.
Oh, wow.
So
That's a good little tidbit.
Yeah, a little history.
But we're excited to have you because we've had some great guests in the past, but you have an extremely legendary past, and even to this point, you still got some, we got a legendary big mountain snowboarder. We've got a top-notch dirt bike rider.
Top notch.
Top notch. Top notch.
There's a category for that.
Yes.
I'm in it. I'm the only one in it.
Yeah, because there's legends and then there's top notch. And that's you. We've got a surfer.
I tried to surf.
Tried to surf. I was born to surf, but I don't. We've got a
Rode a skateboard for a while.
skateboarder.
Yeah.
We've got a promoter.
Yeah, I did some promoting.
And we're going to get into that. But,
And a monster truck driver.
a future
No,
monster
that's-
truck driver.
That's my hopes and dreams. That's where I'm headed.
We could help you.
Yeah,
with that.
we want to make this happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. But honestly, thanks for having us because...
No, I'm stoked. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. It's,
Walking so far.
well,
Oh
it's-
my God.
So before we start, let's give a little cheers to Tex.
Oh, hey, hold
And
on.
the
Let me
boots
get
off.
one of those. What are these? Oh,
It's a
Jubilee.
Fine Rainiers.
Right there.
Jubilee.
Yeah. It's a holiday.
Yeah.
but
Cheers.
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 Good to see you.
Yeah, thanks, you guys.
All right. You had that before?
It's pretty good.
Nice. So,
There's
Texas.
two kinds of beers.
Okay.
Cold and free.
Cool.
And we got both.
Both of them right now. I'm glad we can do that. I agree with that. I think that's the way to go.
Tex, when did you get into the snow area? Was it snowboarding or skiing first?
Oh, we went to Colorado 4 or 5 times with the family. In this family Suburban, full Griswold style.
Nice.
Yep, and that's a 8 or 10 hour drive or something like that from Texas. So we went to Oh, where did we go to? Went to Vail. That's the first time I rode real powder on skis with the back bull at Vail, and we went to Breckenridge and did that whole deal. Yeah, and then snowboarding. I was in the Bay Area, San Francisco, in the Navy, and we started going to the Tahoe area and learned at Boreal,
Oh, yeah.
because they had night skiing.
Yep.
So I was there actually skiing for the first time in a long time, and riding up the chair, and somebody, one of the boys, it was Noah, one of the Roach brothers, AV, one of those guys, I don't know who it was, but did a perfect method right in front of me. So that was the first time I ever saw a snowboard that wasn't in the magazine, you know, and there was like Action Now, and Snowboarder had a couple of articles. I thought it was just a gimmick, like the hula hoop or, you know, the slinky or something. I really did, because all the pictures that they had, they were kind of looking like they're on the edge of crashing, and then some more legit pictures came out, but I didn't think much about it really. But when whoever threw that method in front of me, and I watched him go right underneath me and stomped it clean and rode away, I go, those things work.
So where it really started is when you were just a kid in Texas.
Well,
And
you know what?
with
Because
just being a badass, right?
well, now that you refresh my memory, it snowed in Texas a few times, not very often, and we got a fair bit of snow, and we took an old skateboard that I had, a Lonnie Toff 8-wheeler. We took the 4 trucks and the 8 wheels off, turned around backwards, and put a water ski fin on it. And I put my motocross gear on. We got a ski rope and put it behind a Honda 3-wheeler, a 200 3-wheeler. My
Wow.
buddy pulled me down a gravel road, pretty much just on gravel with like this much snow.
Yeah.
It ripped the water ski fin right off. And so that, you're right, Texas was really the first place I ever snowboarded.
And you were the inventor of the snowboard, in a sense. Yeah,
no.
Jake Burton, Tom Sims.
There's
Yeah,
some
from
caveman
Tex
that stood
Tex
on a
Devenport.
log and
Yeah.
went down the hill.
That's
I
right.
guarantee it.
That's right. So as you were just a buck in Texas, what would you do? Like, I mean, hunting? You a big hunter?
Not big. I did hunt a little bit. Shot a lot of guns.
What are you what are you, double barrel or over under?
It is.
Oh, you don't know which one it is?
I do.
Oh, which one is it?
It's
Over,
the secret
under?
word is what it is.
No, it's not the secret word.
Yeah,
it is not the secret word.
It is the secret
It
word.
is not
You
the
want me to
secret word.
say-
No,
You
it's
want me to
not.
say double barrel shotgun or
Yeah,
over
sure. You
under
can. No,
or
you
something?
can say double barrel shotgun because
All I
I
want.
got a double barrel shotgun right here, Tex.
Oh, you want to do a beer trick?
Yeah, this is called the double barrel shotgun.
Oh Jesus!
Look at this guy.
Oh no, you're gonna
He's going.
chunder.
Wow. All right. I'm sort of impressed a little bit.
No, I'm,
Little
I'm
spillage,
not.
but that's okay.
Oh God!
Got pretty far.
It's early on to do this, Tex, but
Yeah.
for you, my
But you
friend.
It wasn't
Good
a
all.
secret
No.
word though. That's
No,
great.
that's not secret.
That's like the same as doing one.
Oh fuck. Okay. I want to get a trick out of the way so we could just get on with the interview.
Yeah.
We're picking up speed now. We just grabbed second
see-
gear.
All right. So now that I'm
Y'all drink
nice
to
and
that.
wet, okay.
I drink.
Yeah. Cheers.
I really don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less.
Oh,
But I do. Really, I do drink more or less. I drink less.
What made you come to Mount Baker?
I came to Mount Baker just from pictures in the magazine because every picture, wasn't even a snowboard track in it. Maybe one snowboard track. The guy that was getting filmed, you know, and I had just discovered riding powder at Homewood in California, and it was the greatest thing ever. Then after that, I just searched for powder, and I wanted to jump off cliffs from the old school skiing movies.
Yeah.
And I go, that's where it's at. That's all I want to do is find cliffs to jump off of. So I would sneak out of bounds a little ways here or there and always get in trouble from the ski patrol. And then the first run at Baker, back when they had 4 and 5 together, there was a cliff all the way up the mountain, right there in bounds, like of course, I didn't know what a transition was. So I jumped off every one and just went to flat.
Flat.
Smashed my knee in my face.
That had to have been bad on your back.
And then went up and did it again, all the way down the mountain, all the way back up. And as time went along, I figured out what a good transition was.
When you land on those flats, it's so bad on your back.
You gotta go to the hot tub sometimes. I mean, you just lay it out when it's too flat and go to the hot tub.
Did you ever rupture any vertebrae or anything?
I never broke anything with the back. I just had soreness like anyone would, but
Yeah.
I broke a lot of bones, but
Well, we'll talk about that later. Now, how do you become a legendary big mountain snowboarder?
That would be because of Dan Donnelly and Craig Kelly.
So, okay.
They told me to go to Alaska. They
did.
said there's a contest there.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is jump off cliffs. You should go.
Yeah, and that was what, 1992. And so you went to the extremes.
Well, you gave me money to go. If you'll
Nice.
think back when you did the Mamo sock thing,
Yeah.
you guys gave me money and a bunch of Mamo socks
Okay.
and a jacket.
Yeah. Oh,
So I
the
was a team
Carhartt
rider.
jacket.
Team rider.
Team
You
rider
still have your
jacket.
Carhartt?
Carhartt jacket.
That's cool.
Here's my dog,
Hi,
Rolly.
Rolly.
What up, dog?
Yeah, that was quite the squad back then.
Yeah.
You, Goodwill, Noah.
No, Goodwill wasn't at the first one, or I wouldn't
No,
have won.
on the team.
Oh, on the team.
On the team.
Yeah.
There's some legendary
Yeah.
guys. Nick Parada, Jay Liska.
Yeah.
That was a squad for a stupid
Yeah,
hat.
you had a big crew. Parada
Yeah.
with the dreads.
Yep. Okay, so you go up there.
So went up there with Nick and Sean, and we did some hiking, a little filming, taking some pictures, and then it was off to the races.
Well, when you get up to Alaska, though, it's like known for, the shape of the, you're going back and forth across the, what do they call those things?
The street,
No,
walk across the street.
no.
when you're coming,
You got the big.
Oh, the
when
yeah,
you're
You like
going
rock-
back and forth.
like-
bridge run.
bridge.
The crack at the bottom of the run. you
No,
gotta
that
jump
was
over?
no.
Is that it? Well,
The crack.
Spit it out. You got it.
When you have
drank
like
too much
spine.
last night.
Hey! Yeah! Yes, sir! Woo!
Y'all worked on that.
We worked it hard.
Yeah, you
Let's
did.
go. Let's go.
I let my
Tex.
guard down, didn't I?
Yeah, just a splash.
been trying
You know, I get
forever.
excited
Okay,
about
so
the secret word.
Who came up with the secret word for today?
Well, it took us
Tom
a
did.
while, but I
yeah.
did. You know, you
I
you
wanted
heard.
y'all- I
Did you
wanted
notice?
y'all.
Do you know how many times I asked you about your back?
Oh, you're trying to get me to do it that way.
Oh boy, do I love the secret word, Tex.
Spines. Here's the steep spines.
God, that's fun. I'll
God,
get
I
you
think
on
I'm
the
drunk
secret.
again already.
Well,
And you got to know how to do the trick too.
eye open.
Oh,
Nice. Well done.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good. So the
I've been
beauty.
practicing.
Now all the guests are studying all the old. All right, so now that shenanigans is over, not that we're not going to have more, but because I'm kind of getting fired up here a little
Yeah.
bit. Okay, so so you go up to Valdez, you win, 1992, you win it. You now have put yourself pretty much into a legendary status for a big mountain rider, and you can be humble, but you literally are known in the snowboard world now as a very legendary rider, right? You got the personality, you got the ability, you've done a whole bunch of other things that we'll talk about over the years, and you were influenced by, you said, Dan Donnelly, Craig, and you know, this is something that in this show I think we've come to realize that there's one name that's come up in every show, Craig Kelly.
yeah.
You know, and you were dear friends with him. You know, he was a great guy to you, and everybody we talk to talks about what a friend he was to him, what an influence. Think about places like Baldface, you know, and what he started and all the legacies he has up here and with guys like you, and I think that the list goes on. Can you give us just a little bit about Craig and what he means to you in the sport?
Sort of everything. I wouldn't have gotten all the chances to film without Craig, because he basically told my sponsors to give me a really big travel budget, that he was going to take me filming, and he's going to be in movies, and he's going to do well, because he knew I would. He knew I'd at least jump off something big, we'd get something out of the deal. So yeah, that was just a huge part of that, you know. But besides that, he was just a really close friends. We were really close, kind of towards the tail end of his life.
So success through mistake. I think there's a story about when you won the Extremes in '92. Didn't you like fall off of a big drop, like a 60-footer, and you stumbled before, fell, and then bounced up and rode out of it, and the judges were like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
That's how you won it, by a mistake.
No, that didn't win it. One
Bullshit.
crash. It's the whole. There's 3 days.
Well,
Yeah,
Two
but
runs a day per.
okay.
It was the only reason
story.
I won. The reason I won was because
Mama
I was
Stock
consistent,
sponsored you.
You know, and Mama Stock sponsored me.
Because you were consistent. Okay.
Well, I went by what you got to do for the what are the judges looking for? Fluidity, not stopping, sticking your errors, you know, and being smooth and going. So maybe some of the lines were more mellower, and other guys did way bigger stuff, but then they would maybe get stuck on a cliff for a minute, and then
Or the head.
some guys got lost for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and it was I don't know. Craig and Dan were the judges too.
That's the best. So obviously, Craig and Dan are big influences in your life, and then
Well, Dan gave me my nickname.
okay, let us have it.
Well, I came up here, second year, and it's before the season opened. A lot of snow had just fallen in town. So I went up to the ski area to go hiking. Went up hiking, did a couple of runs, pretty spent. I'm going to get in the truck and drive home, and all of a sudden this van pulls up, and it's Craig and Dan and Farmer and Hollypoff and a camera guy, and I think that's everyone that was there. And I just started following them because I thought those are pro snowboarders.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's Craig Kelly. I think that's Dan, but I wasn't quite sure who
Dan
Farmer
Donnelly
was yet. Yeah, Dan was like, "Who are you and why are you following us?" And I told him, you know, my name's Mike. I moved out here from Texas to snowboard. And he was like, "No way," and blah, blah, blah. And of course, Dano, "Well, you don't mind if we call you TEX, do you?" I go, "No, that's fine, whatever." So they kind of took me in and also I was cooking. I was a cook at the ski area. So when they would order a burger, I'd put like 4 patties on it. And
Yeah,
barely
of course.
squish it.
Yeah.
It barely fit
Take
in the
care of your
box.
brothers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the original secret word, was Patty. Damn it.
Patty.
Okay.
Who's Patty?
Well, I don't know, but we can cheers to that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a backup secret word.
Patty.
Okay, we need more. Okay, so keep going.
Queso?
That's cheese.
We had cheese dip last night. It
Cheese
was
in
the Chair
Spanish.
9. That was good.
Cheese in Spanish.
Queso.
Queso.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it. You know?
So those guys, then
Wrap
it was
it up.
that.
We're done.
Now, no. So tell us a story about, because we think about legendary snowboarding, obviously Baker, but Craig had a hand in kind of the snowboard mecca now, which is Baldface. And with Jeff.
What, it's not a skiing mecca?
It is too. It's a skiing mecca as well.
It's not all about snowboarders.
I
Tom.
know, Dave, but it is. But
They have
it's
snowmobiles.
yeah. But
That one guy drove a truck there with the tracks on it.
oh yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
He makes me so jealous.
Yeah, right.
I was there when he did
When it
They-
got dropped off.
They hellied
Tom
it
was
in,
there.
and then they were taking laps around the lodge. But so,
Block.
Jeff
Jealous.
Pincero, super good for the sport. Craig, it's a great story.
I was there, I'm pretty sure, on the trip. Just me and Craig and Jeff and my dog Fender, and one cabin.
Yeah,
That was it.
And a bonfire and a cat.
Yeah, and we would ride our snowmobiles up to the hill and just ghost ride it
Oh,
down.
there's no cats at that time.
There wasn't a cat there. We were shuttling on the snowmobiles.
That's incredible.
That's
Either
awesome.
shuttling or ghost riding the sled, and just we'd ride down and meet it and go back up over and over and over again.
Think about that story.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
is
riding my sled up. I'm going to ghost ride
Ghost
it and
ride
then
it.
go catch it.
at Baldface
Yeah, it
before
goes-
it was Baldface.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was wide open and no trees in a
Yeah.
big flat area, so your sled would just go down there and just push it off with the motor dead.
That's so great. But tell the story about when you were crossing the border to get to Baldface.
Oh yeah, well, so I wasn't allowed in Canada for a fight that I got in at a motocross track. I remember I handed the guy the camera. I go, "Here, film this, because I'm gonna go punch this guy out." So he'll quit using my name that we're friends to get money for his event. Oh, that was way in the past and really funny too. But anyways, so I couldn't get across the border, and I started talking to the Border Patrol, and I said, "I know you have the power to let me across the border if it's for a memorial reason." And he goes, "Yeah, but it has to be family." I go, "Well, this is pretty much my brother, and he has a cross up at Baldface, and I want to go see it. This is his." And I didn't even know it at the time, but it was like his 10-year memorial when he passed away, and I didn't even know that part. We were just up there, so I'm with Jamie Lynn and Ryan Davis, and we're trying to get me across the border. Where he said, "No, there's no way you're coming into my country." And I go, "Well, I know you could let me in if it for memorial reasons." And he goes, "Well, who is this Craig Kelly guy?" And I was already talking to him earlier because he says, "So you're from Glacier, you ride at Baker?" I go, "Yeah, I ride a snowboard at Baker." And he goes, "Yeah, I ride a snowboard at Baker too." So later in the conversation, I'm like, "So you ride a snowboard at Mount Baker and you don't know
Who Craig
who
Kelly?
Craig Kelly is?"
Yeah.
Or TEX? No, I didn't say that. "And you don't know who Craig Kelly is?" And he got all quiet. I go, "He's had a camp in Canada for years. He's the most decorated snowboarder in the world. He rode at Mount Baker forever. You don't watch videos or nothing?" He goes, "So you're telling me if I Google up Baldface Lodge, I'm going to see this cross and Craig Kelly?" And I didn't know what was on the website. I go, yeah, you will." And he did. There's 10-year memorial, Craig Kelly. That's the cross, first thing that pops up. And he got quiet. He almost started crying and stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes, he wrote a piece of paper. He goes, "I'll give you 15 days, or I'll give you 10 days in my country."
So global travels. Now you're at the legendary status. What globally? What are some of your favorite places that you've been?
Went to Le Gras, France, and it was really low key back then. There's never a crowd there unless it was a major holiday, and I seen it once with the line. But yeah, that place was off the hook. I went there 3 years in a row for at least a month and a half each time. They had no
Backcountry.
ski patrol and no snow patrol.
Yeah.
And 7,000 vert, and it drops you off at the bottom of the glacier on that long Gonstola ride. And then when you get to the top, there's a T-bar, bro. A T-bar that takes you up to the top of the glacier.
That's
And you
insane.
fully can fall in a hole. And I did with following Tom Burt through the glacier. I see a wave. I'm going to go up and slash that wave. Well, over the wave,
On the team.
it went over and it was a crevasse. And I flew over the crevasse and stuck to the wall on the other side. So my back's like on the wall and I'm going in. Nobody has a rope. No one can help me out. They're just kind of look at me, and I kind of weaseled my way out of it. Never had a T-bar that extreme. You know?
We just got that on camera. You haven't told that story on camera ever. Nope.
No. I told you I was a good interviewer.
Oh,
guy.
fuck yeah, that is gold right there.
That
I
is-
love that. When you were there for the long period of time, and Le Gras is a small village.
Yeah.
What did they think when you rolled in for a month and a half, 3 years in a row?
They loved me there. Everyone talked about how rude French people are, and I never knew that until I went to the city in France.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were like, wow, there they are. But mountain people are mountain people.
Yeah.
I
Right.
remember one guy that gave me some grief about being an American, but I remember all the other locals went, no, he's different.
So,
He's one of the good ones.
So one of the things, Tex, about this show, which Dave and I kind of like has made our mantra, is that the mountains create friendships, and both of us 100% agree because it's made us good friends. I met you through the mountains. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you. So, what's your take on that phrase? The mountains create friendships.
Well, everyone's just in such a happy mood. You know, everyone's on the same page of happiness kind of at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's why.
Well,
And you get to come down like you guys are doing, relive the mountain, tell the story. At the end of the day, you know, that's what it's always been about at Baker. And going to the tap room on the weekends or the parking lot and just looking at Shuckson and cracking beers on the tailgate, you know.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't get much better than
I'm
that.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I got a little bit of chills right there. And that's
It
legitimate.
never gets old. I say that every time I'm in the parking lot looking at the mountain after.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's funny.
That's one of the things that we always do is just like sit down and have a beer and just fucking soak it all in.
We don't really like each other anymore, but
No,
when
but
we're
that
here
brings
or
us-
there,
yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
All right. We cannot not talk about the TEX games.